Hello and welcome to English 111 Online, Johnson Community College. Professor Jason Morgan as we start week 14. So we are in Module E where we're talking about literature. So I'm going to share a little secret with you here in just a second. There's two secrets, the magic word and a secret from last week's assignments. So let's go ahead and get to Module E, shall we? Okay, let's go to modules. Secret, he's got a secret, he said. All right, let's take a look. All right, so last week you got to read the lottery, and I heard the bells on Christmas Day, and then you got to write your response to that. So here's the secret. So the short story, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, that is not by author unknown. That is by someone I know very well. Me. I wrote this story. Okay, so and the reason that I did what I did was, so I had written the story. It was published in a book of there was a publisher who wanted to write have 25 stories, kind of like a advent calendar where the stories were based on famous Christmas songs, and so mine was selected for publication, and so I wrote this short story. I had their permission to post it here, and the reason I put author unknown is that I didn't want you as students to be biased on what you said about the story. So if some of you said, oh, I hated the story, I didn't like it, here's the thing. I don't particularly care. Okay. I wrote this story for a very particular audience on a very particular subject, and there are plenty of people who have really enjoyed the story, and there are people who don't enjoy the story. And the takeaway is, as an author, you can't please everybody. So, but one of the reasons why I also posted this is because it's amazing to me how many students, when they give their feedback on I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, they use AI and it comes up with the Longfellow poem. Well, guess what? That wasn't the Longfellow poem. And also, if it's like, well, the author meant this. I'm like, well, that's interesting because you can't tell me what I meant and what I didn't mean. You can interpret it based on what you did. So anyway, there's the secret there. And I should try to probably tell you the other secret for this week, which is the magic word. And the magic word for this week is green. Green, the color green. All right, very good. So what we're doing this week is that we are doing the magic word. Okay, and then we're learning about points of view in literature. Okay, so we understand first, second, and third. We've as far as like academic writing, but this one focuses more on literature. So there's just a video here that kind of explains it just so you're aware. Okay, so there's that. And then there's a video here on the types of characters that are in literature. Okay, it's a really short video. You can watch this. And then the assignment for this week is there is a case study on a short little video called Hair Love. So if you click on this one here, okay, so here's the video. It's less than 10 minutes long. So you're going to watch the video and then you're going to answer these questions, okay? Who do you believe is the protagonist and why? Who is the antagonist and why? And how does the protagonist change over time? And you're like, what the heck is a protagonist or an antagonist? Well, that's explained in that video that I showed you before, as far as the different types of characters. Okay. And this is your interpretation. So, but you need to explain why. And again, the goal here is for you as an individual to see how you connect. It's not the right or wrong answer, like, no, that's not the protagonist, that's the antagonist. If you can identify someone as something, in literature, and you can give a reason for it that makes, that's logical, then boom, okay, that works, okay? And let's go back to Module E. All right, so yeah, that is what we're doing for this week, is that we will be you're just learning about points of view, and you're going to be doing a case study on hair love. And then next week we get to learn about the final paper that we're going to be working on, which is the literary reflection essay. So get excited for that. All right, thanks.